And yes, this is true. And probably some people's gonna hate me for this. But the bloodline ends with Jey Uso. I'ma say it one more time for the people in the back. The bloodline ends with Jey Uso. Jey has been manipulated by his cousin for a very long time. A very, very long time. And him, when just circling back, when it started in the Thunderdome, when Roman got the Universal Championship, when his first feud was his cousin, Jey Uso. When Jey Uso became the number one contender for the Universal Championship for at Clash of Champions. That started a great long, very, very long storyline. And I'm saying this because it started with Jey Uso. Like that match at Clash of Champions in in uh in the Thunderdome of 2020 was brutal. Cause I remember everything when he was whooping Jay's ass. And I mean whooping Jay's ass. Making a mark out of Jey Uso. Jimmy saved him, threw in the white towel, and then match ended. And then Jay said, you know what? Nah, I want my run back. I'll get it back in blood. And he went and did the match. He did a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal title. An I Quit match, of all things. An I Quit match inside and a Hell in a Cell. That's two stipulations in one night, which was crazy. And oh my god, bro. Oh my god. This match was brutal. And I mean brutal from both parties, but Roman Reigns destroyed his cousin Jay. And I mean completely destroyed his ass. To the point he had to put his brother Jimmy in a guillotine and said, I quit to save his brother Jimmy. To save his brother Jimmy. So he won't be knocked out in the middle of that ring. And I mean, this is when we see the heelish, the devilish side of Roman Reigns. And this is where the manipulation of Jey Uso and both of the Usos, but mostly Jey Uso, picks up back in memory when they were kids. And then it went from how Jey Uso, from those two matches, to manipulating him to become the main event Jey Uso, which was a great Jey Uso, which is a great version of Jey Uso, by the way. And basically, have Jay did all his dirty work and all this type of shit, and in the Thunderdome, which was insane. And then right when Thunderdome ended and all that type of shit, might like and all if you come back to the Thunderdome, this man did shit with Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre. He did some shit with a lot of dirty, like Edge, Daniel Bryan. Like he did a lot of shit, a lot of dirty shit to Jay, and I mean a lot of dirty shit to Jay. Even when it came around to WrestleMania 37, getting involved in that match so Roman can stay a champion is which is insane, insane. And now fast forwarding to now when fast forwarding when Jimmy and Jay become SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and then after that, fast forward became Undisputed Tag Team Champions, and then the manipulation gets even worse and worse and worse. Even fast forward, and let's fast forward to now with Jey Uso and how the bloodline is. The cracks are still coming apart in the bloodline. Piece by piece, they are coming apart in the bloodline. Jay hates the fuck out of Roman more than ever now. Jimmy's going to side with his brother. I mean, just regardless, but still hates Roman because of how he manipulated this dude. Literally, I remember when it came to that part when Sammy was a part of the bloodline, when Sammy said, "I'm just trying to make peace." The tribal chief said he wants peace, and then right when he said, "I don't give a damn what the tribal chief has to say," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And this is when the little tiny seeds, the tiny cracks starts coming into play when everybody kept on saying main event Jey Uso. Everybody was looking at him, and Roman started having shit about him and Jay, and it's like the pieces are slowly getting put into place for they feel like Jey Uso should be the one dethroning Roman. But honestly, this feud between Jey Uso and Roman Reigns is bigger than the titles. It's true. Their feud, like they're not their feud, but their history between them two, which started in Thunderdome up till now, it's bigger than titles. It's way bigger than just championships. It's way bigger than that. This is like family against family, cousin versus cousin, blood versus blood. This is bigger than just championships alone. Like, yes, he wrestled for the Universal title way back when it was Thunderdome. That didn't happen. Like that couldn't get done. So once he realized the manipulation is getting to Jay, and he realized what's been happening to him, he knew that what he's going against his own cousin Roman Reigns. He knows that the whole fight between them two is way bigger than just wrestling for some championships. It is bigger than that. It is fighting for what's right. It is fighting for family. It is fighting for everything that they've been working for their entire lives. And I feel like, honestly, if you're gonna set up a match right with Jay and Jimmy, sorry, not with Jay and Jimmy Uso, but with Jay Uso and Roman Reigns, you're gonna have to bring up shit from Thunderdome. You're gonna have to bring up shit in 2020. You're gonna have to bring up shit in 2021. You're gonna have to bring up shit just in general with those 2 years to follow up with what's happening now. You're gonna have to bring those memories back because because Jay has to remember how he manipulated him in the Thunderdome era, how he made him do his dirty work for him to get the credit with the pin. Like, you literally you have to bring up those times because obviously Thunderdome main event Jey Uso. Yeah, Jey Uso. We're seeing a side of Jey Uso that we haven't seen in a minute, in a long ass time, which was great. But the manipulation was heavy, and I mean heavy in that time, in that Thunderdome era. So right now, this is more just than about titles. This is about fighting for family at this moment. That's what it is right now. It's about fighting for family because does Roman actually love Jay? No. He manipulated this dude to get everything that he wants from them, to be by his side, to be in line, to be put in place. Because if they don't be put in place, if they're not put in their place, what they gonna do? He gonna smash them. He gonna take his anger out on his own brothers, because he don't care. He just cares about being the most relevant wrestler and the known wrestler in WWE. He doesn't care about anybody else besides himself. So that's why I said this rivalry right now, the entire bloodline ending, it has to end with Jey Uso. It's only right to end with Jey Uso. So once Jey Uso turns on Roman, Jimmy will do the same, turn on Roman, and Solo will do the same and turn on Roman. Shoot, Paul Heyman might even turn on Roman too. We don't know. So, like I said with this, it's only right for the whole bloodline to end with Jey Uso. Like I said, it doesn't even have to get titles involved at all. If it does get titles involved, then I know Jimmy and Solo will help Jay to win and take them titles off of Roman. If that doesn't happen, shoot, you can do this to end this. You can put it in a Hell in a Cell match again. You can put it in a last man standing match, an I quit match, or something crazy like that. Something crazy like that. But I'm a stand by my statement. I'm gonna stand by this. If Cody doesn't get the job done at WrestleMania, the only person to get the job done and end the bloodline once and for all is Jey Uso.